Hello, and welcome to another daily encouragement. And this week we are looking at Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 to 19. These are not verses that people normally read. It's not exactly foremost on our minds, but I think it is very important. And there are some things here that I believe the Lord wants us to hear this week. Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18 to 19. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. So very, very powerful couple of verses in Isaiah. As Isaiah encourages the people to hope, encourages the people to look beyond all the defeats that they have suffered, to look beyond people coming and conquering their land, nations conquering their lands and taking away people into slavery. He is encouraging them to look beyond all of this, to look at the God of hope. From Isaiah chapter 40 onwards, it is about good news. It is about the good news that God will redeem his people. And in order to do that, he tells them, you need to let go of the past. You need to leave behind the past. There's a story in Peanuts, one of my favorite comic strips. Peanuts actually has a lot of the gospel woven through it, just like BC, because the authors were both Christians. In this particular story, if you know Peanuts, you know that Charlie Brown has a baseball team. You also know that they lose almost every game they play. And part of the reason they lose is because Lucy, who is supposed to catch the ball, never does. And this time, she goes over to Charlie Brown to apologize for not catching the ball. And when he asks her why, she says, I could not catch the ball because I kept thinking of all the former times, all the previous times when I didn't catch the ball. The past kept getting in my eyes. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful saying. The past kept getting in my eyes. Now, you and I, we know the truth of that statement. The many, many, many times that we fail always gets in our way. So much so, we can never succeed because the past weighs us down. Even if, for example, you take a driving test. I remember way before, so many years before, when I took my driving test, I had already failed twice. The first time I failed because I didn't wear the seatbelt. The second time I failed because apparently I took a corner a little too fast. The third time, the tester told me that, okay, fine, you've already failed twice. This time also you're going to fail. If you don't want to fail, we can talk. I knew what he was talking about and I didn't want to go that way. So I said, no, let's just do it. But it was heavy on my mind as we were driving, completing the circuit. Every time I had failed. Now, what's going to make this time any different? The past was dragging at me. The past was a heavy weight on me. As Isaiah talks to the people of Israel of hope, he realizes one thing. They have to leave the past behind. They have to leave the past behind. They have to leave their past glories and they have to leave their past losses. Both good times and bad times alike, they need to be set behind. Now, over the next couple of days, we are going to be talking about some of the aspects of the past that we do need to leave behind. Some of us have got defeats. Some of us have got victories that we never got over. Some of us have got down in the dumps experiences. Some of us have got high on the mountaintop experiences. Whatever they are, they need to be left behind. That's the only way that we are going to ever move forward. So as we start on this day of the week, I'm just going to ask you to think about this. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. Don't let the past get in your eyes. May this word be an encouragement to you today and in the days to come. Amen.